Hello, Edgewood ISD, and welcome to our message from the superintendent, where we are meeting today during the month of December, and there is so much to talk about. So as always, Dr. Hernandez, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We are so happy to be here. And so, like I said, it's the month of December, a lot of activities taking place in Edgewood ISD, and I know you've been all over the place.
I have. Actually, this is probably one of the most favorite parts of the year for me. There's a lot going on. You know, we've already gotten school started. Kids are in the middle of that work. Now we're starting to shut down the first semester of school. We're moving into the holiday season, which is obviously the spirit of the season, giving and giving back to our community. So yes, there's a lot going on right now. Here in the last few weeks, I had a great opportunity to get out into our streets with our chief of police and really just stop a lot of our constituents and maybe pretend for a little bit like we were going to give them a ticket, but we actually gave them a turkey. And so it was really exciting to just see the expressions on people's faces. We got everything from a little bit of anger sometimes at first, but people who actually started crying because, you know, they really were worried about how they were just going to make ends meet. So that started off our season. Last night I had many opportunities to get across the district. We had Winstonville at Winston Elementary, where our elementary turned their whole building into the town of Whoville, if you're familiar with the Cat in the Hat series. And so there's a lot of STEAM activities going on in every classroom around math and reading. I think the specifics were around reading. And so we had a tremendous turnout at Winston. Left Winston and then went over to Stafford Elementary, where I got an opportunity to meet with their robotics team. Their robotics team, 4th and 5th graders, did a presentation for me on a relevant problem that they have in their school, which is about safety. And it was a really good conversation with our kids. I was very touched at how professional they were and how they presented, and really just how much candidness you got from a 4th and 5th grader. So that was very exciting to see them. They're prepping for competition here at the city level in January. And then after that, I got to come to this building and we had our Alamo Fanfare. And this is an opportunity that our district has gotten as a result of a partnership with Alamo Colleges for 2 free years of college tuition for all our graduating seniors from John F. Kennedy High School, Memorial High School. So 82%, and I believe 82% of our kids have already signed up for that opportunity. And so that's good for us, that's good for the city, it's good for our district. And so I'm excited about those opportunities. And then I finally got to finish my evening off last night at Brentwood for their Discovery Night. So Brentwood's team of School of Innovation is now in their ending their first semester. We're already planning for year 2. We had a lot of parents show up and actually start signing up and putting in their applications, so get your applications in. And really we were able to show off our classrooms and our kids. Kids look so great in their blazers and with their seals on them. And they were actually doing demonstrations from the classroom around robotics and things like that. And so it's very exciting to see that. For me, as a superintendent, but also as a father, to see the young ladies and how much leadership they're getting in terms of they're actually leading these discussions. And so for me, it's just great to see that, and for our parents to see that and really start believing in our district again.
And you talked about the students and you talked about the parents, and we also had our teen board and Women with Vision also collaborate in a project that was also something that's a very big deal, because again, we're hearing from our students and we're hearing from our mothers regarding what it is that they want for Edgewood ISD, and I know you were able to see that as well.
And that came to fruition last year. This year for us, it's continuing the conversation with kids. Our number one patron is our students. What is it they want to see in their schools, like you mentioned? But the new thing this year is that we're actually going to use our students to be our recruiters. So we're about to start sending our high school kids with our district recruiters out into the universities across the state of Texas. So they actually go out to schools like the University of Texas at Austin, Texas Christian up in North Texas, University of Houston or in the Valley, and saying to a prospective graduate, hey, I'm a student in Edgewood ISD, I'm here to recruit you and I'm here to tell you all the good things that are going on in the district and answer some of your questions. So for a 16 and 17-year-old, that's very powerful. I mean, we're literally going to buy them clothes, we're going to pay them, we're going to send them, they're going to get training on how to recruit. And all of that, I hope they discover that recruiting is actually a profession and they might get a new career out of it. So that's exciting for me as a superintendent.
Real world experience.
Real world,
what they're going to be living. So that's a great thing. And so you mentioned a lot of wonderful things taking place in our campuses, a lot of wonderful events taking place throughout our district. We also have innovation that continues. You've always mentioned since the moment you've come on board about this innovation plan that we have for Edgewood ISD. So what's next as we start this new 2020 calendar year starting in January? What can we expect?
So as part of our Vision 2025, we're now into our second year of innovation, and I mentioned Brentwood STEAM School of Innovation, and that has launched. You've heard of in prior segments about Gardendale, the agreement we have with Pre-K for SA. Well, those are going to continue. Now we're about to start taking off with our partnerships or agreements with schools like Las Palmas Elementary, who's we have every intention of creating a K-8 Young Women's Leadership Academy there. Our second campus is Perales Elementary, which is going to be a K-5 STEAM school also of innovation. And so we're really working on launching those for next fall. Having community meetings, doing pláticas. Our principals have stepped out and have worked with some of our partners in the city on leveraging their ability to lead these schools. And so our innovation programs keep going forward. We're going to continue to offer different programming for our parents, because for me, I want to make sure that we touch on every interest and that we teach our parents how to shop for schools. And so that's next year, and we're beginning other conversations with other schools like Gus Garcia and Winston Elementary, which are also in the pipeline to start talking about innovation. So our program continues and our work continues moving forward.
And you've mentioned with regards to innovation, this is something that we're offering, of course, for our students, but you've also talked about opportunities for staff members as well to give them that choice of where it is that they want to be, where they will fit best for their interests also.
Yes, you know, I've always said innovation is also for the adults. It's not just for the students. Students are our most important asset, but so are our adults. And so adults, like children, have interest. And again, the opportunities are there for students, they're for teachers. You might say, I want to go teach in that school. And if we can move you to a school that's around your interest, you're going to be a better teacher for our kids.
So a lot of activities taking place in Edgewood ISD, and I know a lot of this work also has to do with the fact that our Edgewood ISD school board is also moving the needle in that direction, and they're on board for, and they're pushing for this, which is a big deal. And I know in January we have School Board Appreciation Month, and so I know that's a lot of work that you and our school board are in discussion constantly.
Well, first and foremost, we are very blessed that we have a governance model in our board of trustees that is very open-minded and very open to doing something new. And so that started last year when I came to the district and started going out into neighborhoods and doing pláticas. Board members would go with me. In fact, they attend a lot of these meetings. And they understand that we've got to move in a new direction if we're going to move the needle. From those discussions with folks in the community, we now have a 5-year innovation plan that I believe to be very clear for students, for parents, for employees, and where we're going. So we are very blessed with the good school board. January is Board Appreciation Month. I hope that if you know a board member, thank them for their service, because I will tell you, being a board member in our school district requires a lot of hours. It's almost like a part-time job, because it's 20 hours of their personal time they're giving up. And so I appreciate our board, and I know a lot of folks have expressed their appreciation for them too.
So we're definitely going to be recognizing them. And then also our pláticas are going to continue. You talked about the pláticas. Those are going to continue as we start January and into the second part of the school year.
Yes, pláticas will continue, and we're probably going to do some block walks around the Alamo Promise and really just getting that message out there about the free college tuition that we have for community college for our kids.
So Dr. Hernandez, we know that you're very busy and you're out at our schools every single day, talking to our staff members, talking to our students. And so we thank you for taking a few minutes to meet with us and share this holiday message with everybody that's watching.
Well, as always, it continues to be an honor to be the superintendent here in Edgewood ISD. I thank you for your trust. I hope to continue to earn it. God bless you and your family during this time of year. And thank you for everything you do to support us out there too.
Thank you everybody for joining us as well. And as always, you can connect with us via our social media pages. And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you all next year. Have a great holiday season.